Be the change. Be the change. I am convinced that if I am able to find peace within myself, then the world is all of a sudden a more peaceful place. If you find peace within yourself, the world is even a more peaceful place. And if the next person finds peace within themselves, it changes everything. It really does. It changes everything. Once you feel peaceful within yourself, and once you don't stress about the past, you don't stress about the future, but you find kind of freedom in the moment, freedom to be who you are, freedom that we're all different and that's okay, and many ways to find your way back into your inner peace. And once you find it, it is such a beautiful place to be in. The world is all of a sudden, it looks different, it feels different, it smells different, it tastes different. And the cat, she said, I'm just gonna chill right here, right on my back with my legs straight up in the air. And that's cute. Great Spirit, Father God, what is the overall message here today? Don't make assumptions. Assumptions, assumptions, assumptions. It's difficult not to make assumptions. It's easy to make assumptions, and we do it automatically and we do it all the time. And I find that often my assumptions are based on how I feel about myself or within myself. And so if I close my eyes and there's anger there, or there's irritation, or something happened, it just keeps replaying in my head, or something keeps coming back up, or whatever, if I close my eyes like that, then I'm going to make assumptions from that. That's going to be my place where I make the assumptions from. So whatever happens around me, now I'm going to assume that it happened because, and that my irritation and the anger that I already feel inside is going to guide whatever assumptions I whichever assumptions I land on, and then I assume it to be right and true. So now this is my truth, and I know this is true for sure. And so I just made the assumptions because of this, and this, that has to be like that, yeah. And it's, if you're insecure, all of your assumptions is going to have something to do with that. If you're feeling angry, all of the assumptions is going to have something to do with that. If you're, whatever, self-sabotaging, now every assumption is going to be about that. If you're all that and a bag of chips and you are the greatest thing since sliced bread, and now you're going to make the assumptions based off of that. If you're at peace, you might find that instead of making the assumptions, perhaps you ask the person, when you said that, what did you really mean by that? Or when you looked over there, what was you saying when you looked? I saw that you two connected in a way. What was the message that you guys had going on there? Or what was it that you tried to say earlier? Because this is what I heard. Is that what you was trying to say? And then I could bet you assure that you would get so many different answers than what you thought. And this is about eliminating gossip. So I mean, well-being checks, or like, how is so-and-so doing? Well, they're doing good. They're doing this, and that, and kind of relaying information about other people. I guess it's not like gossip, but always wanting to talk about someone else, or always wanting to talk about a specific person, or always wanting to talk about everyone else and what they're doing, and why it's so wrong, or why it's so scandalous. I just have to relay it to you. I mean, whoa. Or why is this also... which can be entertaining and all that, but also coming from a place of judgment most of the time. Like there's something about this that is a little bit off from what people are supposed to do or what they're expected to do. So it's kind of talking about how to bring people back into the label land too, a little bit with the gossip, I guess. Making assumptions is a setup for suffering. Making assumption is a setup for suffering. Because usually we gossip about our assumptions. Usually we gossip about our assumption. We thought that so-and-so did this. And I'm pretty sure that so-and-so went out there and they said such and such to so-and-so. And oh my gosh, really they did it? Yeah, that's what they did. And maybe it was all just a story that we made up in our head. Maybe that was what happened. It could be one story, or maybe so-and-so did that actually, and they actually then did that. Or they did that. That's boring. We don't want to hear that. Okay, so then, because we want to feel appreciated and seen, and we want to feel popular, we want to feel good, that people like us and all that stuff. So then maybe we're going to tweak our assumptions in a more direction that is more entertaining for the person who is listening. But so we are suffering. Making assumptions set up for suffering because we usually gossip about our assumptions. We make assumptions and we believe that we are right. And we're smart humans, and we don't only believe that we are right, but we defend our assumptions and try to make other people's wrong. It's a funny humans, funny humans. So we got assumptions, gossip, and making assumptions. It's also, sometimes we can rob ourselves from a lot of goodies or a lot of beautiful things because we already made the assumption that this is not going to go right, or we already made the assumption, which brings us back to Esther and Abraham Hicks with the law of attraction. So here we have destiny and a hand. So we have a hand. Maybe someone is going to lend a hand, because here is the hand showing up right there. Or maybe it's that weird hand in whatever Adam's family that just popped up here. I don't know. I'm making an assumption. I believe it is. It really is that. That's exactly what happened, actually. So we have the destiny, and we can play and have fun with our destiny, and we can also embrace it. I believe that you're going to find your destiny way easier should you choose to find your peace within. It takes a little bit of work, and it takes a little bit of fine-tuning or changing perspective, but you already have the peace. That is that's the gift. You already have it. It's already within you. Peace, joy, all that stuff is already within you. And the layers of perhaps assumptions that you made that you're not good enough, or perhaps assumptions that you made that everybody's always judging you, or the assumptions that you made, I never get the respect that I deserve, or the assumptions that you made, they always talk about me because they don't like me. And then, hi, Margie. If you were like a cat, you just walk around, just meow and get all the love, and just assuming that everybody's gonna love you and everything is great, then you're gonna get more of that. Hey, Bisky. Meow. Do you want to say hi? Did you want to say hi? It's okay though. It's okay though. It's my little friend right here. She's my little friend. Yes, she is. Yeah. My little sneezing friend, and that's okay too. Making assumptions, yeah, that is, or like also making assumptions, like, what do you mean that law of attraction? It doesn't work. And then you're putting up roadblocks within your own life, like within your own manifestations, and you're putting up roadblocks with making assumptions that things are actually worse than they seem, or like making all kinds of assumptions. So if anything today, I am going to definitely be reminded to be very, very aware of the assumptions that I make in my day. So this is my daily reminder of remembering that assumptions are just assumptions. They're just mind games or whatever. And so Esther and Abraham Hicks says, you are continually asking. You cannot stop asking. Contrast is evoking the desire from you. Your real work is to find a way to be in the receiving mode. How can you be at peace and open to receiving? It is similar to wanting to receive a satellite or radio signal. To do so, you have to set your receiver on the same wavelength as the transmitter, or you are going to get static. You're not going to get a clear signal. In like manner, you recognize the alignment of your transmitted and received signals by feeling the alignment of your emotions. Feelings are so important. They are so important. They guide us, show us the way. 801, some kind of message coming in for you. Some kind of message coming in for you. And there's way more behind the curtains or behind the scenes that you're aware of. There are things that people aren't telling you. There are people and places and situations that are not giving you the information that you would have benefited from knowing, perhaps. And so with the moon here, it's like, even though if you get a message that is moving things forward, then take your time before you make any big decisions, because the moon is hiding something, and the moon is out in the night. It's pitch black, and there can be a lot of things that are hidden from you. And people do things with good intentions. Sometimes it doesn't mean that it's going to make you feel great, or it doesn't mean that it's a good thing for them to do it. Even if they do have good intentions, it might be hurtful. So before you make any decisions, and then we have the star. So after a cloud, there is always a silver lining, and that's a good thing. And the star is like, okay, you have a wish that might come true. So something, you're going to get some kind of a message coming in, and it's coming in quick. It could be a phone call, email, a mail, something. It might bring you more clarity to your situation. It might bring some sense of, okay, now I understand more. Or, okay, now I can see what happened with this, and this in hindsight. Okay, now I can maybe make a sound decision because I didn't have that information before. And without that information, how am I supposed to put this together without making assumptions from my insecurities, from my fear, from my, wow, so many betrayals and so many knives in the back. How am I not supposed to make assumptions from that? Like, I'm practicing making assumptions from a good place. And so when you don't have all the answers, and if you have a history of hurt and pain and despair, then you are going to have trouble trusting enough the situation, or to look beyond the veil. They have to give you some more information or clarity. And also, if you come from a wounded place, you're not going to hop around on assumptions, and you're not going to hop around on a hunch. I think this might be true, but it also might just as well be my imagination, because my imagination, my manifestations, and all that stuff, and then there's someone trying to meddle in my reality with no words, no clear messages, but they're trying to meddle in there. So now I'm completely confused, because I have my assumptions over here, I have my imaginary world over there, and then I have my manifestations over here, and then you are over there trying to get my attention or say something without saying a word, and that's just messed up. The message is not going through. And sometimes if you don't get the information that you need from people, they have to change the way they're talking or change the way they communicate. If you don't get the message, then they're not on your wavelength. They're not aligned with you, because otherwise you would hear it. So if you don't hear it, don't worry about it. There will be other things, because the star is showing up after here, and a wish that you do have, whatever you put in your manifestation bubble, in your manifestation thing, whatever you put in there, it's going to come to fruition. And sometimes it's just a waiting game. The patience. And then you just have to be very patient and wait for it, and do the work in the meantime that you can do on the things that you want to do and achieve. Spiritual connection. This is hope and renewal. So whatever message comes in, it's going to shed some light to the moon here, so that you can get the clear picture. And there's going to be hope and renewal after this situation. So I wouldn't fret it too much, because whatever is muddy, and whatever is unclear, and whatever is trying to get to you in a way that might just make you feel confused, it might make you feel disoriented, and it might make you feel like nauseous, almost, like when things happen like that, and you can't really grasp it, you can't really tell what it is, and it's still there, and it's just annoying. And it might also be just a karmic situation trying to reel you off of your path, because I have had that happen a lot of times, like without even knowing that that's what's going on. Without knowing that that is what's happening. Now I know more, so you can steer away from certain individuals or certain things. If it makes you completely confused, it's not aligned with the divine. What's the message about? What's this message about? Okay, pregnancy maybe? Or just like a lot of abundance and birthing of something new. Okay, so the message that you're going to be receiving in a phone call or an email or however are actually great news. Like, this is about birthing something. This is about like Lady Chica here. She is fully pregnant, and she is in her stilettos and her party gown and everything. So something beautiful is, this is birthing of something new, and it's a good card. It's like, yes, a great thing. So whatever is coming in for you, like it's going, so whatever message that you're going to get, like it's going to be positive. It's going to be something that has to do with growth and something that has to do with creating something. And also it's going to be a cause of celebration. Like 10 of Cups is like all that you wished for. Good things, very stable. It's the heart. I love this little heart cup here. This little cup with a heart on that Mystic Roshi made it. And these are beautiful cards. This is party time. It's celebration. So this is the message that you're gonna receive. So something that you've been praying for, something that you've been wanting and longing for. And that's beautiful. Yay. Nothing better than that. That's like, oh, Kyle, okay, maybe there is an end to the road anyway. Maybe there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Or maybe all those things were true. I made assumptions. I thought they weren't true. And maybe they were showing up anyway. How about the moon? How about the moon? Just hidden. Okay, so it has to do with a new journey. And it has to do, what's hidden is about taking a chance on something new, being carefree, happy, and moving. So here she goes. Here she goes, got a little witch's hat on, very cute little fool hopping out of the cliff here, and very positive. New beginnings. This is this is about being, what's it called, brave enough to take the steps into a new direction, a new journey, even though you cannot see the outcome, and trust that if it's not making you feel completely confused, if there is clarity in the message and you move toward it, it might just be a wish coming true. So wish coming true is like all over this place here. So this is awesome. Whatever you've been wishing for, it might just be here. It's gonna make you very happy. Very happy, very happy. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Then the star. What is the star here about? What is the star about? I don't know. Let's see. Nine of Wands. Healing after a battle. And Six of Cups. And here is the heart again. Soulmates, friends, can be silly together. That's a good thing. It's much more fun if you can be a little bit silly. Don't take things so furiously serious. And the star, a wish will come true. And it's an end of a long battle. So the star, like after, oh my gosh, my legs are falling asleep here. Sorry, cat. I didn't mean to mush the cat. I tried to smush the cat. And we got spiritual connection and a soulmate, which is definitely spiritual, definitely on an energetic level. It's not about the looks. It's not about the money. It's not about the clothes. It's not about the position in the hierarchy. It's not about that. It's about soul to soul. And soul to soul is very, very, very fortunate should you find this soul to soul connection. I believe it's the best place that you can find yourself in union with someone else. So after the end of a long battle, you're standing up for what you believe in and what is yours. And this lady here, she's got her boxing gloves on. I love boxing. I'm trying to learn it myself. It's very complicated sports, actually. But sometimes you got to fend for yourself. And what the main thing that the boxing is teaching me on, well, it's a physical, mental, emotional. It's stretching me out of my comfort zone in all three. It's challenging. It's challenging, and that's why I signed up for it, because how else are you going to grow? If you don't put yourself in some kind of a challenge, you won't grow. You just stay the same. So, and you got to fend for your own right to believe in what you believe in. You got to fend for your own right to feel what you feel. And you got to fend for your own right to be authentic. And you got to fend for your own right that, you know, I'm a human being over here. If I don't choose to be doing exactly what your label land over there is supposed to do in the matrix, then just do your thing with the labels. I'm not bothering you. Don't bother me. You sometimes have to stand up for what you believe in and stand up for this, for the lessons that you have been given, divine lessons from going through all the hardship, from going through all these trials. You have been given spiritual lessons, how you can grow as a person, how you can stand up again, back up again after being hounded and chopped to pieces. How can you put yourself together again so that you may rise up and you may still get the dreams, the wish that you had once upon a time. So end of a long battle, which is a beautiful thing. Always a silver lining after a cloud. There's always a silver lining. And defending what is yours, defending your home, defending yourself, standing up for yourself. And maybe also end of delays or cancellations and stuff like that. And then there is a soulmate coming in here, and this might just be a friend, or it can also be more than a friend. These two people are two people with the loving cup in the middle, and then they're forming a heart between them, so it's kind of two becoming into a union, which is a beautiful thing. And being friends with each other, being friendly within ourselves, then you can also connect friendly with other people. And this might be the wish fulfillment and then you're going to stand up for one another. You're going to protect one another. Have fun, be silly together. Laugh, haha, all day. Laughing, having fun, enjoying life, just because why not? And temperance, mind, body, and soul. Balance in the mind, body, and soul. That's it, and peace. And we're ending on peace too. Got the destiny. Don't make assumptions that everything is going to turn to crap. Maybe it'll turn to flowers and rainbows and unicorns. Who knows? The beautiful light in me, it honors, it loves, and respects the same beautiful light in you, and the same beautiful light in you. And until next time, namaste.